Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals. My name's Kate, and I know I haven't uploaded anything for a while, but I'm gonna try and get back on that. Just a quick thing for today's little video. This time of year, a lot of plants are being planted, or the seedlings are forming, rather. So when you're planting, it's not so much of a thing, but there's a lot of other plants that need pruning right about now. So just a bit of housekeeping on that. When you're pruning, make sure... Thank you, Mr. Helicopter. The Jones is filming outside. It's going. Alright, so when you're pruning, make sure that it's at kind of the join of the branches or right a bud. Otherwise, the branch will rot down to that point. So just to make sure that the plant is in better condition and everything, just keep that in mind. I'm gonna show you in a second. My phone can't just swivel the camera. Alright, so like if you needed to, there we go. If you needed to prune this branch, for example, you wouldn't cut it here. You would need to cut it down here. So like they did for this one. And the chopper's swinging back around. Lovely. Because if you cut it here, focus, there we go. If you cut it here, then it will rot down to the next point on the branch. So, like say there was a bud here, you could cut it right above that, so the bud has a growing point, or you can cut it at the join of the branches because there's naturally more flow to that point, so it can seal the injury, if you will, easier. Say you want to focus. Alright, say you want to trim up the side branches on this one. You would need to cut it right about here. It's right on there. Focus, there we go. So, cut it here, along that. If you need to trim the main branch, then you can do it at the same point, just across. And ideally, if you are pruning a branch, it would be at an angle, because that lets rainwater and water while you're giving the plant water just kind of run off. Otherwise, it's just a flat surface. Kind of think like a roof with snow. If it just sits there, then it rots. If it's slanted, then it can kind of run off, and it's not a problem. And it just can kind of seal up. And that lets the plant do what it naturally does to heal itself with any kind of injury. That's why if you see a tree that's freshly pruned, or it's been pruned in the last like couple of weeks, there's usually a sap sort of scar over the like exposed tissue. That's what it's doing. It's basically the scab, like you would have if you ran into a sharp object or something. Tree blade and all that. Alright, so that's all for today. If you want to see more of this kind of thing, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. And there's going to be a video here from the last one that was uploaded, and a video over here that's something that YouTube has decided you might like. And a link over here for my blog that is updated more often than the YouTube is, obviously, because this is the first upload in about a year. So that is updated about once or twice a week, generally. Open to suggestions on topics all over the place. So if you have an idea, let me know. I've got the ethnobotanicam handle on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's the Amazing Plant Project on Facebook. So all the links are down in the description. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.